Hello lovely people, it's Cara here and I am so mad, and today, I love this sort of a video. Oh my word, I get to talk to you about this little stash. Oh, how exciting. I love the change of seasons. I just love that sort of, the transition, the thinking, the layering. It just really excites me, which is great. As I film today, you're not going to believe it. It's actually 23 degrees. It's early October. This will be coming to you slightly later in the month, but some of the fabrics I've got here, I ain't wearing these just yet. So it's a ironic kind of transitional time really for us all, because my summer stuff is very much in rotation. Take the blouse I'm wearing for example. This is the Frida blouse by Atelier Jupe, and made in an Indian cotton that I got from Itokri years ago, at Itokri Fabrics that is. And so yeah, very odd, odd transition for us seamstresses, but exciting nonetheless. So I thought I'd put together a quick fabric haul, because that's one of my favourite types of videos to watch, and I like to inspire you with what I'm buying. I very rarely, if never, buy a fabric that I don't have a project in mind for. And it's ironic really, because I haven't bought any fabric for a while, but here I am just about to show you a great big stack of fabric. And I'm actually going to the knitting and stitching show only in a week or so's time, or maybe next week actually. So I'm bound to come back with some more fabric from that. But you know, I don't have a magic. I do have a magic fabric stash, but I don't have a massive fabric stash. So let me stop waffling and start showing you the fabric. Now, first couple of fabrics come from the most amazing local fabric shop to me, called Dot to Dot Studio. Becky Duran, who runs Dot to Dot Studio, is a very talented seamstress. Oh, superb. Far outweighs any of the anything I could ever produce, but she is taught and has a whole career in bespoke dresses and wedding dresses and so on. But she now, and has for a long time, run the most amazing fabric shop. Actually, Jade, the girl with red hair that was on the Sewing Bee a number of years ago now, she actually, Becky was her teacher, which is lovely, prior to going on the Sewing Bee and through the process. But so Becky occasionally does open days, but she is actually open Monday to Friday. I think it's something like 10 till 1, something like that, because she does classes and things like that. But please check out her website for all the details, and they are lovely. So if you're going to be making a special trip all the way to East Hoathly to see Becky, please give her a call, make sure she's open. She's got a lovely young family, and they're quite flexible in how they open around their family life. So look at this. Oh, can you see? Can you see? I want to come right up close. Just how beautiful that fabric is. It's a Pontoroma, and I think she calls it double layer or something like that. If I can find the description, I'll pop it on the screen. But this is sensational, and I do hope that the colours are coming out. And I wish you could feel this, because there's Pontoroma and there's Pontoroma, and this is James Bond style Pontoroma. It is amazing. I got 2.5 meters. It was £12.50 a metre, and I'm going to make a Sirocco jumpsuit out of that. I love the Sirocco jumpsuit. It's something that I will wear all year round, and I made one out of Art Gallery jersey a number of years ago now, and I just wear it all the time. And every time I wear it, people say, "Oh, where did you get your outfit for?" In fact, someone stopped me in the high street in Helsham. That's how random it was. They were like, "Oh, excuse me, can we ask you a question? It's quite personal." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then they asked me where my jumpsuit was from, which was really sweet. And whilst I was in there, so she had an open day just this last week, I basically said to Becky, "Do you have any?" Sorry about the seagulls. I hope they're not interfering too much. I said to Becky, "I'm really just after some black trouser fabric. Do you have anything in particular?" And then she sort of reached into this amazing bag of recent delivery and said, "Yes, this is a dead stock fabric appreciate it's black. But ladies and gentlemen, this is extraordinary. I've never actually come across a black fabric or fabric quite like it. It's got the amazing amount of drape. It's got a little bit of stretch. She described it as a dead stock fabric. It's £10 a metre, so I got 3 metres, and wow, I can't wait to get going on this. So I am going to make a pair of wide black trousers, and I've got some inspiration of that coming up in a video in a few weeks' time. But I think I'm going to go straight down wide leg, I think is where I'm heading towards. So my first thoughts, because I don't really want to buy another pattern, are the Anya trousers by named Clothing, the wide leg trousers from Peppermint magazine. I know they fit me really well. I'm just trying to think what other. I could even do something like the Persephone trousers. I know they're normally sort of more from a jersey, for a denim or a cord or something. But I think that style actually would be really nice because they're really slim at the top and then straight down. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sitting here thinking of trouser patterns, not focusing on videoing. The other thing I'm going to make, which is very exciting, is a new pattern from the Sussex seamstress, and I'm not sure I'm allowed to tell you what it is, so I won't say that yet. But suffice to say, it goes really well with the black trousers that I'm going to be making, and I am making the black trousers specifically to go with the new pattern from Sussex seamstress that hasn't been announced yet. Ho ho ho! Secrets! Hi everyone, let me take a few moments to talk about the sponsor of this video, and that is the Serious Lights range. We are now in early October, and sadly the nights are going to be drawing in anytime soon. Although I've got some daylight coming in through my window, I wanted to show you just how brilliant these lights are, and they actually use daylight wavelength technology to replicate as closely as possible the spectrum that you get in daylight, which is fantastic. Look, let me show you. Absolutely amazing. This is actually the Gemini range, so you've got the 2 heads on this option. This is a floor lamp that I've got that has an amazingly stable base on it, and it enables me to move these heads to anywhere I need, which when I'm in my sewing room means that I can actually have both my sewing machine and my overlocker highlighted really easily. Or just behind me over here, very unglamorous at the moment, is my ironing board, and I can easily swivel these round so that I can illuminate my ironing board. You've got some lovely ergonomic features on this, and so just behind my hand here where the handle is the button. Look how lovely that does that, it's beautiful. And you can also focus your light in. You can see that the light is changing there on the back wall. Really, really good. And I have an offer code for you that gives you £100 off your Serious Light range, and the offer code is SR447, which I'll pop on the screen here now. And that enables you to have free delivery, but also £100 off the range. They are manufactured in the UK, which is really, really lovely. And honestly, I wouldn't be sponsored by these if I didn't really believe in the lights. They are absolutely amazing, and they have been a game changer for me in my sewing room since I had them. Another amazing fabric here. This is actually a velvet, and this is from Minerva. This is part of their core range, and I'll put the title on here of the name of this fabric, because this is available to buy from their website. And I have been provided with this fabric in exchange for a blog post. Oh, this is lovely. And I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I had the C word in mind when I thought about this fabric, and this came to me, it's going to be a good 4 or 5 weeks ago, so I haven't done my blog post yet because it's still sitting here in my hand. And again, this is going to be a Sirocco jumpsuit. So, and I thought to myself, look at these jewel colours in here. It's got a white background, so it's something you need to be a little bit conscious of. But look at the colours in that. That screams Christmas to me, if I'm honest. And what could be more comfortable than a Sirocco jumpsuit on Christmas Day? Yep. I'm also thinking, actually, my Christmas party for work, it's quite a glamorous do, and I think the Sirocco jumpsuit, again, high comfort but high style. I think that would look really smart with some nice black shoes and things. I say nice black shoes, I've got the most rubbish feet in the world. I'll wear whatever my feet can put up with is really the honest truth about that. Either that, or I think that's got enough drape to make one of those really nice sort of Sicily slip dress scenarios with the cowl neck. But cannot wait to get started on that. These are all pre-washed and ready to go. Check me out. The last two you may have already seen on my This Week in My Sewing Room, where I took you through my French adventure, but they are still very much high on my agenda, and this is a beautiful viscose fabric that I bought in France from I think it's called Tissu de Grenade, I think that was right, basically a fabric shop in France. Look at these little zebras on here, that is so exciting. And I am going to make, because I was going to make a Maison Fauve dress out of this, but then I decided that pattern matching zebras, life's too short, is what I decided. So I'm actually going to make, finally, the VN dress by Size Me Sewing. I was utterly inspired by Sarah from Sew Sarah Style. Hope you don't mind, Sarah. I'm going to put a picture of you in here. Absolutely love this version. Now, lots of people have made lovely versions. Tamlin from Sewn on the Times made a lovely version. Beck from What Beck Sews has made a lovely version. I don't want to miss anyone's lovely versions, but they're the ones that came to my mind. But Sarah's last week, I particularly love that little cuff detail with a little frill on it, and I love the fact that she put a belt on hers, as did Tamlin, an external belt that is. I thought, oh yes, there you are, zebras. You are not going to be offended by any pattern matching requirements, because there are none required in the VN dress. So that is going to be that made up. And then the final fabric that I wanted to, two more fabrics, sorry. The final fabric that I wanted to show you, second to final fabric, is this fella. Now, there's me saying I always have a plan in mind for my fabrics. This is going to be a wrap dress. This will be the Sew Over It wrap dress. I forget what it's called. Maybe something like the Ultimate Wrap Dress. This would be good, but it might not be true. But I'll put the name of that pattern here. And then yes, finally, and actually this also came from Dr. Dot Studio, is this amazing fabric. Wow, this has just come out of the wash, so I haven't had a chance to iron it. But I actually quite like, so it's come out, you probably won't be able to see that. It's come out of the wash with sort of a, what's that called? Sort of crinkly effect. You know, like a seersucker is what I'm trying to say. A seersucker effect on it. So I'm going to keep that like that because I think that's pretty cool. It's like equally bumpy all over it. And the reason I bought this, A, because I don't actually have a lot of surplus fabric for the particular project in mind I have. Look at the colours, look at the colours. I mean, that's going to go beautifully with my tromplin trousers by Maison Fauve. Is I saw, and I never, like, repeat, never buy sewing magazines, mostly because I have so many patterns of my own, etc. But in Simply Sewing magazine this month was, I just saw, that's how the power of Instagram, isn't it? I saw a clip from Atelier Joux about the Jenna blouse that they have released with the Simply Sewing magazine. I was like, I have to have it. So let me put a screenshot in of the blouse. I've always wanted to try one of those bell sleeves with the sort of the ruffle on. Tilly in the Buttons does it, I think, with her, one of her patterns, I forget which one. And I never made it. Now you say to yourself, as I say it, I'm saying it out loud, why didn't I just make that? But there you go. I bought a magazine. It's got two patterns in it. One of them I'm not remotely interested in. But I got a magazine out of it, I suppose. I was quite shocked, $10.99 for a magazine, but mostly because I haven't bought one for such a long time. But this will be the Jenna blouse. I say that it will be. I'm actually also making the Regalia blouse by Sew House 7 for my Little Miss So and So subscription this month. And actually I really like the look of that. So depending on how that goes, this might be one of those, or it could be the original plan. Or I also want to revisit the Anthea Allen blouse. Anthea Allen, the one with the big sleeves that, you know, I can't wear. I wanted to revisit that and redo the sleeves. gone completely out of my head what that's called. But anyway, that blouse. So lots of options there, really. So there you go, a little slice into my brain. But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's not even just my plans. I actually have a plans video written down to film for you, so that'll come out over the next couple of weeks as well. Because yes, this is very much part of my plans, and some of those are on that list, but actually some of them aren't even on that list, but they very much are going to be made within the next few weeks. I do so prolifically, ladies and gentlemen. You know this about me. I'm very passionate about it, and it is how I like to fill my time. And I am one lucky lady because I have a husband who supports me utterly. He also does all the cooking and the majority of the food shopping, and his more than fair share of the housework. How lucky am I? I love him to pieces. He's a keeper. So that's not even just my plans. That is actually just fabric with plans. But coming soon to you will be my actual plans. Because believe it or not, I do actually have other things cut out ready to go, which I'm looking forward to talking to you about. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the inspiration of that. There'll be loads more to come over the next couple of weeks. Please don't forget to subscribe, because I love to know you are here. Thank you if you've been here for a long time, and welcome if you are new. All the interaction in my channel, if you comment, if you like, if you subscribe, naturally, really makes a difference and helps my little channel grow. So do all of the above, please. And I'll catch up with you soon. Stay safe and well, everybody. Bye bye.